Have you ever wondered how far the power of belief can lead us? What if I told you that it once led to the tragic murder of a woman in Ireland who was thought to have been replaced by a supernatural creature? This is the chilling tale of Bridget Cleary, often referred to as the Irish fairy wife. In the late spring of 1895, the Irish police found Bridget Cleary's body hidden beneath a layer of clay and thorn bushes in Ballyvadlea, Ireland. The 26-year-old's body bore the horrific evidence of a violent death. Her spine and lower limbs were so severely burned that her skeleton was exposed. She was found nearly naked, with only a stocking and a gold earring, and her head was shrouded in a sack. This gruesome discovery marked the end of a series of events that a judge would later describe as showcasing a degree of darkness in the mind, not just of one person, but of several. A moral darkness, even religious darkness. The people involved in Bridget's death had grown to believe that she was no longer herself, but had been replaced by a supernatural entity. Bridget and her husband Michael Cleary were seen as a happy couple in their community. They lived in a cottage near Tipperary with Bridget's father, Patrick Boland. Despite having no children, they led a prosperous life thanks to their combined incomes. Michael's from his job as a cooper, and Bridget's from her work as a seamstress and egg seller. Bridget, a literate, independent, and stylish woman, stood out in a society that had long been rooted in agriculture and oral tradition. This society was also deeply entrenched in legends and folklore, particularly beliefs about fairies. These supernatural beings were blamed for every misfortune, from lost items to spoiled milk and poor crops. Bridget herself was known to be intrigued by these creatures, often visiting local spots known for their fairy activity. On a cold morning in March of 1895, Bridget may have visited one such spot, a ring fort near Kylenagrana Hill, after delivering eggs to a relative. Ring forts, early medieval circular fortified settlements, were considered fairy forts in Irish folklore and were generally avoided. Yet Bridget often visited this particular fort. Upon returning home that day, Bridget felt ill, shivering with a raging pain in her head. Despite a doctor's diagnosis of nervous excitement and slight bronchitis days later, Bridget's husband Michael was not convinced. He believed that his wife had been replaced by a fairy changeling. This belief led to the horrific end of Bridget Cleary's life, a tragic example of the dangerous power of superstition and fear. Her story remains a chilling reminder of the darkness that can emerge from the depths of human belief and the devastating consequences that can result.